Hey, good day. I'm J.C. Jensen and welcome to the Lost Pines Workshop. Today's little video is just going to be a quick shop tour. Please excuse the mess. I thought about cleaning up the shop before I did this, but why? This is kind of how I operate. Chaotic. Chaotic in my mind and often chaotic in the shop. So we'll give you a brief tour, show you what I got going on. Also, note that I am not sponsored by any company, so any tools that you see here are simply the tools that I have chosen for use in my shop. I'm not going to recommend any of them, although I've done my research and done my homework and figured out that what I have works for me. So let's begin. First off, we'll talk about my workbench here. Come around the front, babe. So I built this workbench about, I don't know, 12 years ago. I got the idea and the design, the basic design, which is entitled the Ultimate Shaker Workbench. Shaker style workbench, came out of Fine Woodworking Magazine. I don't remember the year. If you're interested in this plan, leave me a message down below and I will find it. I still have that magazine up on the shelf somewhere. So the initial design did not have this top. I used 2x4s glued and screwed together for the original top. Just recently, because that wasn't smooth and I've gotten into more hand tool work as of late, I needed a new vise, which required a new table with an extension on here to accommodate the vise. So I went with this. This is 4 sheets of 3/4 MDF. The first 3 are glued together and mounted to the bench itself, and the top is simply screwed down, so after I tear it up, I can simply just replace this one piece. All of the drawers, simple drawers. It was fun. It was a good project, and it is stout. The weight of this bench right now is probably 500-600 pounds empty. And then I've got it filled up. Obviously, like I said, chaos ensues. Over on this side, we have it's basically just my chop saw station and my collection of junk. I am currently working on replacing all of this. This was thrown together when we first built this place, so I had a place to work. I'm now building a cabinet, which I'll show you in a minute, to replace this. And I'm going to mirror that cabinet down here and redefine my chop saw. As far as chop saws go, I have found that this sliding style has been the most appropriate for me, working with both small wood material all the way out to about 12 inches. I can easily cut through all of that. Dust collection port down below, we'll get into that later as well. Moving along here, bandsaw. This is a 14-inch, works really well for me. This also has a riser block on it, which accommodates quite a bit of material. In the corner, we have our main dust collection port, and you see my crazy plumbing I got going on with that. One of our newer additions to the shop has been a CNC machine. I'm learning how to do that. The programming, as I'm not a computer genius, real good at it. It's been a bit of a challenge on the software side, manipulating it. But once you get the program set, it's kind of a time saver. I can do some fun, neat items on the side as far as inlays and whatnot, but I've purchased it primarily as a time saver for repetitive tasks. Here, I'm running a 20-inch planer, pretty nominal for a shop. I used to use the 12-inch DeWalt planer. I used that for several years. but now I'm dealing with, I purchased most of my lumber now in rough form rather than finished. And I've got to machine that material down to how I can use it. It's cheaper to purchase the rough sawn lumber. As I mentioned, I'm building a cabinet for that. That's this guy here. We're getting started on it. Using just fun. I'm doing this for me, for our shop, and this is a combination of a kitchen cabinet style cabinet with the Chester drawers interior design and layout for the drawer slides and the drawers themselves. I've chosen to use cherry as my face frame material, walnut face, hand cut dovetails, which I'm learning to do, and maple sides and box. Kind of a fun project, time consuming, but it'll be beautiful when it's done, I hope. Oh, the other thing, on the top, as you see, is plywood. I'm going to finish this. Another one of my little side projects is playing with epoxy. So I'm going to use a colored epoxy to surface this top. As it's not a hard workstation, it's primarily where I keep my notes and tasks for the day. Router table. Yeah, storage location. Joiners. Joiner is used to flatten the face of a piece of wood, and it's also used to flatten an edge of a piece of wood. I'll start off with when I'm surfacing material, which I'll get into later in another video. We start off on the joiner, flatten the face, move to the planer, and flatten the opposite face, making them parallel. More on that later. I chose to go with an 8-inch joiner because of the vast majority of my material, my rough material, I buy it as large as I can, 8 to 12 inch, and work from there. Moving into the addition of our shop, which we did 2 years ago, I think. Since Kim decided to get into some woodworking and wood turning and whatnot, wasn't enough space on side A. So we built side B so that Kim would have her workstation. And it allowed us to expand out a little bit and gain some more toys. This wall is our wood storage, projects, material for the future. Toolbox, hidden underneath this lovely cover is a metal lathe. The metal lathe allows us to reproduce materials or items for spinning wheels or other small projects that are missing or have damaged pieces. That's been fun. Sander, drill press, Kim's workstation. I built this table for her. This was the top of the workbench before. Again, it's just 2x4s laminated together. Works really well for her, and it's pretty sturdy. And then finally over here in this corner, we have our nice lathe. Wonderful, wonderful machine with our grinder, which we're going to get a new one of these pretty soon. Belt sander, tool station, mini lathe, and we'll just call this a junk collector while we're working over here or we're working over there. Anyway, that's kind of a brief tour. I know it's a mess, but it works for us. I tend to clean up when I finish a project. Currently, I've got 6 of those going on simultaneously. We'll see when I clean the shop next. Stay tuned. Come back and see us again. Hope you had some idea. If you have questions or comments, I welcome those down below. And oh yes, please remember and think about contributing to the excuse me, contributing to the Purple Heart Project.org. check them out. It's a great program for veterans. Rob Kosman sponsors that. I really enjoy watching his videos. He teaches, has a wonderful school up in Canada, and hopefully one of these days I'll get to meet him. But purpleheartproject.org. Thanks. See you again.